Hey guys, Caleb with White Metal Games here. Today's video update is this Emperor's Dragon Bane army for the Warhammer 40,000 range of models. This is a very custom, very one-of-a-kind, stylized Salamander army, which is, Salamanders are a chapter of the Space Marines. They are basically a dragon, kind of, I wouldn't say worshipping, I would say totemizing group of guys that respect and revere the power of the mighty Salamander, which is a fire lizard, or dragon, put simply. The client in this case wanted a successor chapter to the Salamanders. He wanted something a little bit different. He's a big fan of dwarves, so he wanted them all to have a very specific dwarven look and helmet. So we incorporated tons of these dwarven helmets from the Thunderers range. He also wanted dragons for vehicles. And finally, he wanted a lot of the models to sort of either be riding dragons in some form or to have tokens from dragons. So each of the vehicles is represented by a dragon, with the exception of the boring machines in the back, which represent drop pods. So the idea here is that the Marines bore up from beneath the earth. They don't come crashing down from above. So the dragons count as vehicles, and the boring machines count as essentially termites or drop pods. And then most of the models have some sort of melt-a-weapon or flamer weapon to kind of link them into the Salamanders chapter. We've also used green coloring wherever we could to kind of give them that Salamanders kickback. But in general, this is a red and black army with silver accents, and it's really a nice looking army in my opinion. While this is silver level, this is definitely pushing Electrum because we do a lot of line work on blacks at this level. And in addition to that, a lot of the figures just have a lot of nice detail work. So this is essentially an Electrum level model, but we did it kind of as a silver level palette to kind of keep it nice and simple. Lots of the Centurions, there's 9 Centurions in this army. They're all packing Assault Centurions, so they're all packing the boring claws, or the assault claws, which are basically like drills. So we wanted to keep that drill motif going anywhere we could, which basically explains the ironclad dreadnoughts there in the back. Those guys are both not only tough, but ready for battle with their extra armor in the form of the Salamander plates, and then their seismic hammers, chain fists, and power claws. These guys are really more designed for close combat than anything else. And then finally, in the center of the army, you've got this model here in the back, which is meant to count as a land speeder, but you could really count it as just about anything, a storm talon or a flyer of some sort. But the client is intending to count it as a land speeder in most games. And it's armed with a double heavy flamer, twin-linked heavy flamer, which justifies the dragon's breath. So up front here we've got these tactical Space Marines. There's 3 squads. Each squad has either a flamer or melta and a multi-melta. So you've got all of them have these dwarf heads. Up here we've got this Forge Father kind of character, which counts as Tech Priest. And then we've also got Vulcan Heston, who's the only model in the army with his helmet off, which I think really works because it allows him to be set apart a little bit. And he's also been converted just a little. Over here on the side, maybe my favorite models in the whole army are these Assault Terminators, and we used an entire Menoth kit, Incinerator kit, to get those shields. So we still got the bodies left over for future projects, but the client loved that shield so much that we had to do the whole kit to get those. The ironclad dreadnoughts in the back there, looking nice, looking nice. Finally, we've also got this attack bike here, led by Cold One Chariot, and of course the Cold One Riders, which count as bikes. We've given them Storm Bolters to justify the twin-link bolter aspect. 3 squads of Centurions for 9 total Assault Centurions. Back here is maybe the most clever model in the army, I would argue. It's a Red Dragon from the Hobbit series, kitted out as a Razorback with twin-link flamer. So he breathes fire and he can transport guys on the side there. We've also got a squad of Devastators backing him up, 6 strong, all with multi-meltas. 2 Whirlwinds in the back. These are made from Cave Drakes from the Lord of the Rings range, and those are counts as Whirlwinds, which are just awesome in my opinion. And then, of course, the big dragon there in the back, who's the High Elf Dragon, with a rider to count as a land speeder with a twin-linked flamer. And until next time, put your minis where your mouth is.